turn right?
Yeah, I'm going to.
See, yo, I be wanting to walk around, like, look at the X4M.
My wife wants the X5.
Nah, they don't have it. Oh, I didn't even tell her I was coming to pick it up. Oh, that's your twin right here, man.
Yeah, flashbacks.
I know. Yo, two of them, two 330s. Oh, that might be a 340.
That's a 340 right there.
Sheesh. Beautiful.
Look at that M8.
That M8, I like the color.
Yeah, that burgundy.
That color is crazy.
Damn.
Ooh, that's sexy. Now, let me roll the window
shit,
back there.
M8,
Yeah, it's an M8, the Grand Coupe. Oh, that thing.
And the comp.
I mean, I thought that they was all gonna be comps. No? Sheesh. Yo, this thing is sexy.
There's the drop top. M6 over there? Yeah.
I love the drop. I ain't gonna lie, I used to love those, bro.
The only car I like that was drop top.
Bro, I ain't gonna hold you. You're same here.
Only car. You know the M8 over there?
M8 with a broken window. Yo, what's my car at? God damn. Finally got the car back from, what is it, the dealer break-in. I gotta make an interesting title though, because nobody gonna wanna hear dealer break-in. I gotta make a title. Car went back to the dealer for something, I don't know. I'm gonna do a quick walk around too, while we're like 5 feet away from the dealer, because if there's any scratches, everybody gonna see this. Because fuck that. But nah, it's my same little imperfections, but nothing else. I tell them not to wash the car because you don't know what technique they're using. Man, everything looks normal. Walk around the car a little bit. I think everybody should do this. When you take your car back from anybody, just do some quick walk around. Make sure it's nice and dirty still. But for the main part, there's no marks or nothing that you miss. Because what's going to happen is, if they do make a mistake, you won't notice it now, but you will notice it when you wash your car one day or something. You're like, wait a minute, did I do this? And by that time, it's going to be a couple days and you ain't going to know. So my man got the whole GoPro stick out. Let's check out the ones we did the exhaust on. We did JB4 exhaust.
Look at the gap here. And then look at the gap here. The gap. See how much space?
Oh yeah. I can see it's close here and then further here. Yo, that really bothered. I never even noticed it, man. Now I notice it.
And then you
go. Not an exhaust versus stockity stock.
Yeah, but I'm catless, remember?
Yeah, you catless. And the B58 just naturally sounds better. And we got some 85 coming up soon. We're going to dyno this car and everything, so we're going to see how much power it makes. What you thinking, like 700? 700? Now, let's get up out of here, bro. So since we over here, before I get out of here, I want to take my guy Jerry on a little run real quick in this little roads and stuff, see what he thinks. I'm going to get his reaction. I don't know if he probably knows I'm going to film it, but we're going to see. We're going to see what he thinks about the G82.
Yo, the shit with your lights,
Uh-huh.
I don't have that. Both of my lights is on.
What do you mean?
Like, you see how your shit, the middle one,
Uh-huh.
you saying didn't have a bulb? Mine
Yeah.
had a bulb.
Yeah? Must be nice, man.
I know sometimes.
Let's see. Everybody cry about the seats.
Oh, shit.
You might want to move it. You can move it up a little bit, I guess.
It's like you gotta throw yourself in these shits.
You're going to see, man.
Wrong side.
GoPro. It's a GoPro mount.
No little mount. That shit's dope.
Oh, yeah. I put it right there.
Yo, it's crazy. Everybody got BMW here. You saw the Rolls Royce?
Yeah. Behind the GT350.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that. I was looking at more at the GT350 than the Rolls Royce, but...
Nah, but this car, man, you just feel how solid it is.
Yeah.
Like there's no body roll.
That's why I question doing suspension modifications, because it's like...
With this car, honestly, the way it's come from factory, there's no reason to. At that point, you're just making the car drive worse but look better.
Yeah. That's the thing. I low-key still want to do springs because I just want to look, but then it's like, I know I'm going to hate myself for it, you know what I'm saying?
Because the ride is already stiff.
Yeah.
You go any lower, it's going to be stiffer. Damn, please help.
Come on, please turn. Yeah, finally. I'm going to just put it in. Let's see if M1 messed my settings up. I don't think they did. Nah, it should be set up the same.
I need those buttons in my life. exhaust though?
Yeah.
It's just imagine straight pipe.
I feel like it sounds louder though now that I got it from the thing.
I
Hey,
told
look,
you.
another M340.
Yeah, shit though.
See the tires warmed up. They should be good. I'm gonna do a little test pass going back, and I'm gonna go a little harder coming back. But I like to show people. Yeah.
No, that was good.
Yeah. Nah, you see, I don't want to lower it.
I was expecting you to bounce a couple times.
Nah.
Yo, this car is retarded. I don't even want to drive my car home now.
You stupid.
But you feel the back slip though. You definitely feel the slip.
Yeah, it's because I'm giving it too much.
But it's
cold
controlled.
outside. It's cold outside, you know. If the tires were hot, it'd be a lot better. That's why I keep traction on. I say like, yo, do you? And this is cold Pirellis, and I'm not exactly a professional driver,
bro. And it's good.
Yeah,
I would never do that. Props to you, cause that shit was crazy just now. I was doing a little prayer. I don't know if you heard me.
But you see what I'm saying? Like when you shift, it's just like it's on a swivel, bro.
Bro, it's controlled though. It's not.
No,
like,
it's controlled.
Shit.
Yeah,
it's not like, oh shit, we're gonna die.
But I have to reprogram my mind driving this though, because the car, I'm so used to the M340 slipping. So I used to take that with the M340 with full traction off.
Oh, you crazy.
Nah, I swear to God, full traction off. That's why, I don't know if you noticed, that's how I know the turn's so good.
Yeah.
That's how I know how to speed through them. But this car is a whole different learning curve because I keep traction on because I'm scared shitless, one. But two, because this doesn't, how can I explain it? Like, fuck around with this, I'll understeer more because it has so much grip. So I'll go in the corner way too hard, and it'll kind of like the traction control would slow the car down, and it would like kind of go into like an understeering little thing.
Yeah,
whereas the M340, I could never carry that much speed as I just did through those corners. So it would just oversteer. Like I would go around the corner, and I would drift a little bit. And it wouldn't be a big deal. This is the turn?
No.
And it wouldn't be a big deal to me because it'll oversteer. This shit right here doesn't oversteer as easy. So you go in them corners way faster than expected. Like, I don't know if you felt it, but we was moving through that little S curve.
We was moving. We was definitely moving, but it was just so controlled. That's crazy. That's what gets me. Is like it's so controlled.
Yeah, that's what I love about this.
Like
shit,
not once in that whole entire time I felt like, oh shit, you're gonna lose control.
Yeah,
like not once. And that's what I was saying with the body roll. You don't feel the body roll at all.
It's just straight flat, bro.
It's straight flat. Yo, but this shit, I fell in love with it just now. No bullshit.
And that was
you can't do what we just did with that. That right there, that's
challenge of hell, bro.
That's just a boat, and it's gonna be in the river swimming. No offense to my challenging people, but
yo,
that shit can't do what they just did.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro.
And let's go back to BMW. Bro. I'm about to get the M. Fuck that.
Right, bro. But now you see what I mean? It's just crazy, son.
Every penny, bro.
It's just crazy.
That shit was like, I can't, like, if those turns, like my body, you feel the body rolling into my car. And I got 225, so I'm gonna slip way faster.
Yo, I'm curious to see how it went, bro. I want to see his face in the reaction because I love that little S curve. Not long, but definitely sweet. So now we're gonna get out of here before SWAT rolls in and get us. And yeah, we're gonna go do our thing. Now, finally getting the car back from break-in service, and I want to tell you guys something. Spoke to the people at BMW, my service advisor, shout out to her. She's super cool. She dealt with pretty much almost all my BMWs. Easy person to deal with, never any complaints when I go to that service center. When you opt for the break-in service on your car, whether it's an M4 or M3 or anything that requires break-in service. Yo, did your car require break-in service? Okay, so I think it's for like, here we go. Nah, so yeah, so I guess M4, M3, X4m, X3m, or any of the M models, after 1,200 miles or around 1,200 miles, you would need to get a break-in service for these cars. And what they do is they change the oil, the engine oil, and the diff fluid. Now, I've read a lot of places where the oil they put in this car is not synthetic from the beginning. It is conventional motor oil. It helps with seating the piston rings. Now, also here, they changed the rear diff fluid on the back, which I actually have a video of me doing that on my M340, and that's it. That's literally it. There's no plugging in the computer and add any more power. The exhaust may seem a little bit louder, but that's because now you're pushing it a lot harder than you were before. But other than that, there's no performance additions or turning up the boost or any more power. This car came with the same amount of horsepower with 0 miles that it has now. I just wanted to clear the air on that. So I'm gonna say what I have noticed, or anything that people have noticed, is kind of, I guess, voided or just a placebo effect. Now, looking under here, I really haven't taken much time to look underneath the engine, be honestly. This is the charge cooler on the B58. So the radiator and everything, or the intercooler, sits inside of this plastic thing right here, which when turning up the boost on these cars can be quite an issue when you're running big turbo and everything, because the design of how much this could flow air-wise, kind of like a bottleneck, right? So on this car, now that's a water-to-water setup. This is still a water-to-water setup. However, the charge cooler sits down here. That's the aluminum thing right here. And this is plastic and it's separate. This may be easier to upgrade in the future if you want to run a lot of boost. I haven't even lifted this up. Sheesh, and to lift this up, you got to take off all these bars. And if you can look right in here, you can see that first little thing down there. I've been doing some research, and they have some form of direct port meth. Not necessarily available for these cars just yet. I got to do more research on that. But they have slots for it to go in. So we can already expect the GTS model to have water injection or some form of meth injection, just like how the F82s do, because I see the slot for it now. This is my guy, Jerry's 2022 or 21? 21 M340i. It does have the electric hybrid assist motor. This is this little purple tab right here. If you want to gap most people, you just put a catalyst downpipe, an intake, and tune it, which this car is JB4 powered. If you want to gap everybody, take out the turbo right there, swap it for a 6466 or any other big boost kit. They all do pretty well. He actually has something for $3,400. I think it's an MPR 1200, which is massive power. Same turbo I ran in the M55, and it's not the hugest and the most popular turbo, but it's pretty damn good, and it makes a shit ton of power. Luckily, you already have the upgraded pump right here. These cars, the M340, come stock with the pump that everyone wants to run. You need nothing else on the direct injection side. Will run port. I would recommend either changing out this whole manifold if you're going for big power, or just getting a little fuel rail where you can implement the port injection. For those of you who plan on keeping the turbo stock, I would not even suggest changing the charge pipe right here. These things hold boost pretty good. There's no flexing or moving, one of the weak points in the M55s. You'll be pretty good up to, I would say, stock turbo boost flow or boost levels. When you crank up the big turbo, that's what I think you're really going to need, charge pipe and a whole bunch of other things like that. Stepping over this side, you'll obviously need some type of motive or flex fuel setup, however way you want to chop it. I think EcuTech with motive is probably one of the best setups you can get on this car, and I'll key in all the parts down below. But you swap this out, put an ethanol sensor in here, and a low pressure tank for the back. I mean, a low pressure pump for the back and the gas tank. Port injection, I think you could send this car to the moon. Well, to the moon as far as before the transmission blow up on it, which you'll need a transmission for it. $6 grand for about a stage 1. But if you're gonna go that far and put a 6466 or some type of huge turbo in there, it kind of makes no sense to just go level 1. You might as well turn it all the way up. And that, my friends, is the recipe for success for this car. You gotta find a good tuner too, because, well, I mean, I would just go to STI Mikey or Mike Body, Visconti, Keegan, these guys all do a good job. And you'll have a fast, reliable BMW. Might cost you a little over $20,000 for parts, and you gotta count labor and everything like that. I'll put a detailed break-in list on everything that you're gonna need. But other than that, should be pretty good to have a fast car. Mike Body has one daily rear-wheel drive, same color as my car, 860 wheel horsepower, beast. However, when bumping the power up so much, then comes a question of reliability. You have axles, drive shaft, rear diff, and a whole bunch of other things like control arms and things like that that have to be customized in order to take that power. Many of you guys may know that's kind of what I'm known for. And when it comes to building stuff, I built my 2014 BMW 435 to like no point of return. And the M55 motor is really strong. One of the best motors in my opinion. I know it doesn't make crazy amounts of power like the B58 or that nice torque down low. However, that car was one of the greatest cars I've ever owned. Now, knowing what I know and tuning advancements, I should have kept that car and just did things slightly different. I wasn't a fan of the AOC fuel controller and things like that. It uses a batch fire setup. They have motive now for these cars, which is a lot more efficient, bringing boost a lot better, and have the fail safes implemented into the computer of these cars so you can make good, safe power. Now, my setup on the 435 was give or take 600 horsepower, and I was starting to have issues with every other thing besides the motor. The engine could take it, the motor is not what is the weak point in these cars. After a while, you make big horsepower numbers. You start to lose things like the axles, the drive shaft, the rear diff, especially under launch, and these things are under extreme amounts of load. Even tie rod or camber arms or something in the back, they'll flex, bushings will flex. You'll need to upgrade to solid frame or like poly bushings and a whole bunch of things like that, which is kind of what scared me away from doing that to my M340. I know once you get a certain power level, these cars are only good to go straight, and sometimes they'll even be sketchy going straight. So that's why I picked this up. But you guys going straight in the fast line, guys, I think you'll like this. Especially this one. This is an all-wheel drive model. This thing is beautiful. For what it's worth, and that's my opinion, you can make the same power out of both cars. Now, this would be a lot easier to go faster, but once you take out and put a single turbo on this, or if you put a single turbo on that, like same turbo, I would assume the cars would make the similar power. This has the trans to hold up and the drive line and everything, but if you already have this car and you want a project and you want, you know, that whole wow factor of it being an M340, the underdog gap and everything, I don't think it's a bad idea. The real game changer is when you want to go cornering in this thing. When you want to corner and everything, that's a real game changer. That's if you are looking to go from an M340 to an M3 or M4, it's more so about the handling than anything.
Then again, if you look at your tires and mine,
yeah,
big difference.
Yeah, it's just it's just the way it's set up too. Yeah. I don't know what is just freaking crazy set up, bro. But both cars look sexy as hell. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I like your front end more than I like the front end of this car. It's not ugly. I like this front end, but I like this one more. If we were at the track right now, they both look crazy right now. I ain't gonna hold you. They both look nice.
I couldn't even pick one.
Yeah, I couldn't pick one either. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. The more, okay, yeah, it depends on what you look at more.
But then you gotta think about it too. I have a front lip, so I'm adding a little bit more.
Oh yeah, because the front lip, okay.
If you was to add a front lip,
it would be, I got you.
It would take it.
Things a beast, yo. We gotta hit the track one day, bro. This is a dope ass picture. Yo, you gotta move your car right here so we get a pic. Yo, you're not gonna get any better than the sound. Yo, my man's moving with the hood. I don't even know if he can see right now. But you're not gonna get a better sound than that B58. This B58 is raw. Raw, bro. No way, I don't care what anybody says. The B58 and the S58 will never sound like this car. And that's just how it is inherently. The S55, the N54, any twin turbo setup will not sound better than a single turbo setup on a BMW. Out of the box is set up for more power, you know what I mean? Out of the box is set up to kill. It has two of everything, 2 turbos, 2 intakes, 2 downpipes, 2 high pressure fuel pumps. So if you look right here, you see right here, there's 2 of them. The dual intake looks all right, it looks okay. What I honestly like, what I don't like about the engine bay, I'm gonna be real with you, is that BMW did not go with the carbon in this.
Yeah,
they went back to steel.
They definitely cheated.
They did. This, it looks like they didn't have enough space. Like, cause you know, if you run port injection, you gotta either cut this or get rid of it. If you run port, because it'll lift up the manifold a little bit. It looks like that's what this is. It looked like they lifted it up a tad bit and they had to cut the thing. You do a full custom setup on this and a full custom setup on this, like port injection will just, it's the same thing, honestly. You know what I mean? If you throw port on this, it'll flow just as good as this. Sheesh. Beautiful, yo. You gotta get the shot, though. These things are race cars right here, man. I'm just happy I finally have something that's like set up for like what I like to do. I should do a full review on this car, driving impressions and everything. I just got to come back. We'll do it. I tried to do it just now, but I got to write my bulletin points down. You should be good, right? Yeah. Yo, there's a huge gap back here. What the?
I was just looking at that. You don't have the battery there.
Bro, what?
I was just looking at
I could fit my whole life in here, bro. There's so many different things you look at when you're under here, bro. Like the electronic dampeners for the suspension. I think yours has it too, but yours is on the side.
I don't have electronic dampers.
Nah?
Nah, I don't got that.
You sure? It doesn't get firm when you press sport?
Nah, I don't got that.
Really?
That's the option. I didn't get the option.
Oh, I guess it comes with the...
You had to get the track and shit?
Oh, I got the track package with the... Damn, so that M340 was special. I should have sold it. Damn. Oh, yeah, man. Hey, listen, upgrade to this one. It's kind of how like mine was, how I didn't have the interior stuff. It's like, I just wanted to get a new fresh start to see where my head was at.
Now I know what options I like.
That's what, that's what I'm saying. This thing is beautiful, and I finally got it. Finally broken in, so I can step on it a little bit. I gotta get a draggy, so we can see what she does. We're gonna compare it against this car, the BMW M340, obviously. Now back to back, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Back to back, I love the look of the M4 more just because it's a different setup. And that's even with the M3 too, because this taillight setup looks dope, don't get me wrong. But I guess I had it and I got used to it. I need something a little more, you know, like boom, poppy. Now, one of the downsides about that is the LED taillights, like on the last 4 Series, took way longer and they were way more expensive, or the OLEDs, way more expensive to retrofit on this rather than this. These ones, they come out so much sooner and they're so much cheaper. These ones, you gotta get like the OEM ones, and you know how it goes. Yo, we probably got the same size exhaust tips too, bro. I don't know, yo, that box is muffler box. It's growing on me, bro. That, it don't look that bad, bro.
It looks horrible. I hate it. BMW should have bought that. It would have been much better if they painted it black.
Yeah, I thought that in the beginning, but it looks...
I hate it. It looks horrible.
Yo, this thing is like, yo, I cannot wait to step on it now, bro. Y'all thought I was going fast when it wasn't broken in? Just wait. This thing has the B58. Many of you guys know already what the B58 is. Just put a catalyst downpipe, an intake, and tune it with this car. It's JB4 power. It has something $3,400. I think it's MPR 1200, which is massive power. Single turbo running at 55, and it's not producing the most popular turbo, but it's pretty damn good, and it makes a shit ton of power. That's about $3,400. I think we make power, or just getting a little fuel rail. If y'all ain't check out those videos, check out the ones we did the exhaust on. We did JB4 exhaust. We got some 85 coming up soon. We're gonna dyno this car and everything, so we're gonna see how much power it makes.